I'm Mick Garris, and this is Trailers from Hell. And our trailer this time is for a great bombastic Battle of the Dinosaurs movie, The Lost World, the 1960 version, which I saw at a Saturday matinee a couple of years after it came out. This is a great action trailer typical of the day in 1960. What kid did not want to see dinosaurs? And it's a big budget for a kid's movie, but definitely a Saturday boys and dinosaurs thriller. And one of the stars, of course, was Klaatu himself from The Day the Earth Stood Still, Michael Rennie. Irwin Allen produced and directed the film. This was his first big studio movie, well before he became the king of disaster films. He soon gave up directing for producing, though he still did some of the action sequences in movies like The Towering Inferno and Poseidon Adventure. He did direct The Swarm, his killer bee movie, and by that I don't mean killer bee movie, if you know what I mean. It's based on Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's story of Professor Challenger finding a secret plateau where dinosaurs live today. The story was first published in 1912, and it became a huge sensation as a silent movie in 1925. Certainly it was the inspiration for King Kong as well as Jurassic Park. In fact, in The Silent Lost World, Professor Challenger brings a dinosaur home to London, where it breaks free and sets out to destroy the Tower Bridge, not dissimilar to Kong being brought to New York to break free and wreak his own havoc. An even weirder link between The Silent Lost World and this one is that Willis O'Brien, the brilliant stop-motion animator, created the fantastic effects for the 1925 film, and did the effects for the decidedly non-animated dinosaurs in the 1960s film. It's certainly been a point of controversy with fans all the time, stop motion versus lizards with fins, and of course stop motion will win every time. This film is much less adventurous than the silent version, and not only because they decided to shoot costumed lizards rather than stop motion. Surely this was a budgetary issue. Otherwise, why in the world hire the genius father of U.S. stop motion effects and then shoot iguanas and baby alligators and rubber fins as the prehistoric creatures? It must have broken O'Brien's heart as well as his spirit to have the budget collapse and to merely do matte effects of live action and miniatures instead of what he was best known for.
The place they undoubtedly planned to kill you.
No, not me, please.
As a matter of fact, most of the sets for The Lost World actually came from Journey to the Center of the Earth. The great Claude Rains, who in 1932 was H.G. Wells' The Invisible Man, is Professor Challenger here, after the sadly forgotten one-of-a-kind Wallace Beery played him in the silent film. Irwin Allen, whose next film was Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea, tried to get Lost World made into a TV series, as he did with Voyage. In addition to being responsible for the glut of disaster movies in the 1970s, he was hugely successful in television, having produced The Time Tunnel, Lost in Space, Land of the Giants, and other series. And most of his stuff had a science fiction bent. But this was one of my favorites of childhood. I loved The Lost World.
You'll see man-eating vines that lure their prey, hair-raising attack by prehistoric monsters. And you'll be stunned by the horrifying 100-foot fire monster.